Hello there. I'm going to show a very brief presentation of the basic functions and operations of the Yaesu quad band FM transceiver FT8900R. This particular model covers 4 bands, the 28 MHz, 50 MHz, plus the normal classic VU bands. I'm going to show you how to store a frequency on this model, how you can do some scanning either on the VFO mode or on the memory mode, how to adjust the power level, how to change band, and how to change channels. This is the left channel, this is the right channel, and then we're going to see actually some convenient options that you can set on the microphone. Actually, there are 4 buttons at the bottom, which can be used as shortcuts, the way I say it. Plus the normal DTMF keypad, which is used to set the frequency, plus some other stuff. And also I'm going to tell you how to adjust the microphone deviation, and also this particular model has the ability to receive only, not transmit, receive only in AM mode, amplitude modulation. Okay, so let's go and start with how to store a frequency. To store a frequency, we simply press this button in the middle, the square one. We'll keep it pressed, and then automatically the radio will find the first available memory, which is free for you to store a frequency. For example, okay, let's do an experiment with the right channel. For example, let's say you want to store the 145.66 megahertz into the first available memory. So what you do is you press this one, then the system will automatically show you which memory channel is free, and then you just press this again to confirm, and you store actually the frequency into the machine. So let's do that. I am on the right channel now. You can see here the main indicator actually shows which of the 2 channels you are actually working at right now. So I'm pressing this one. I'm pressing this one. So you can see number 17 is blinking. It tells me this is the next available free channel. I press again the middle button, and that's it. So that's the way you store a frequency on this Yaesu. Let's see how you can do some scanning. You can either do scanning or continuously using the frequency, the voltage frequency oscillator, or you can actually scan within the available memories that you have stored on the Yaesu. Let's see both options. To start scanning, you can see a small button here, so it's not this model doesn't have big buttons, so I have to show you actually. If I can zoom in, it shows SCN, which stands for scanning. So if I press this one, it will start scanning upwards. The system will stop when it finds a signal like the way it did now, which makes the bees indicator to go on. And you either have the option to keep it there for, if I remember, for a couple of seconds, or you can say to the machine, keep on staying on this frequency until the bees indicator goes away. On this case, I have set it so it stops at its frequency that makes the bees indicator go up for about 2 seconds or so. This is how you can do the scanning. Oh, sorry, scanning on the VFO mode. If you want to scan the memories that you have stored, say for example that you're only interested to see who is actually talking on the memories that you have just stored. So what you do is you have to change from the VFO mode into the memory mode. You do this by pressing the VM button. This is the VM button here. Let's go back again. VM button is here. So if I press this, I'm going to the memory mode. You can actually see that it shows number 17 on the top, which means that number 17 memory is 145.66. If I want to do scanning on my memories, I simply, while I am on the memory mode, I press the scan button as before, and it starts to scan my frequency which I have stored on the machine. To stop scanning, I just press scan again. So this is how actually you can do some scanning. This is a bit old photo camera anyway. So I'm going to leave from the memory mode and go back to the VFO mode. VFO mode, I'll just press this. The same procedure applies on the left side. If you want to store a memory or to do scanning, you just do the same. So let's see how you can change the power level. The power level changes by actually pressing the low button here. The low button, let's go zoom in again. It says low here. You have 4 different power levels that you can set on this Yaesu. Every time you press this, you switch upwards and then goes down again, so it actually loops around the available modes. So L here at the bottom on the bottom right shows low, which means the lowest power that you can set it. And in this case, it's 5 watts. Yeah, this 8900 has 4 levels, which are 5 watts, 10 watts, 20 watts, and either 50 watts for all modes except the UHF mode, which is 45 watts maximum. So by pressing low, I'm going to mid 2, which is 10 watts, mid 1, 20 watts, and high the maximum, which is 50 watts for the VHF and all the other channels, and 35 watts for the UHF, as I have said. So it's very easy actually. You can see that it's very easy and fast to change the power level. So the same on this channel, you can actually change the levels, the power levels as before. And you can also change between the VFO mode and the memory mode by pressing the VM as before. You know, so effectively you have more or less like two transceivers over here. You have one transceiver on the left and one transceiver on the right. You can set the 4 different bands on the left side, the left channel, and only the V and the U bands on the right channel. Please make a note of that. You cannot choose the 28 MHz and the 50 MHz bands for transmission on the right side. You cannot. You can only set it on the V and the U. On the left channel you have all the options as described on the instructions. So let's move on. Let's go and see what we can do with this small microphone here. No, there's a small problem with my camera anyway. Sorry about that. Old technology, but still working. So what I have said on the 4 shortcuts over here is how on the first button on the top, on the bottom left, I have said it so I can change between the right and the left channel. So I'm going to press it now. Press it, so you can see now you can transmit, or you can do the various settings on the left channel. Press it again, go to the right, and so on. If I keep this pressed on a prolonged period, it's going to change the bands. It's a bit blurred. Okay, I'm pressing now this on again, change the bands, very easy. Say I want to go on the right, on the left channel, I can change the bands here too. Again, the 28 MHz, as I have said, the 50 MHz. That's the VHF channel, which starts from 108 and goes up to 180. You can see I'm going to speak about it shortly. This is the 320 and goes up to 400. 320 to 400. This is only for reception. You cannot transmit there. This is the UHF channel 400 to 480. You can only transmit in any case within the regulations that are allowed in your country. You cannot transmit in everything you like. Now I move up to the 700, the upper band for reception 700 and up to 9085, which is pretty high actually. For this amount of money you can get 28. It goes up to 30 only. No, it's not right. 50 goes to 54 maximum. And let's go back to VHF channel. Okay, how you can set the frequency? Very simple. Just dial. Say for example I want to set to 144. I press 144,000 and that's it. There is some reception there. Okay, it's noise. This is the volume here, and the squash is just underneath. Is underneath the volume. On the top here you can change the frequency. You can also do that from the microphone. Over here, if we go out again, zoom out, there are two buttons at the top, as you can see, this one and this one. If I press it, I can change the frequency, go down again. And you can also do scanning by pressing prolonged. You can see that you can start scanning, stop, press again, scan downwards, press this, keep it pressed, goes down. So it's very powerful features. Here you can have the option to light up your display, the PPMF. It's not very clear. PTT here. Okay, how you can adjust the microphone deviation. I think this is a very useful option because you can set the bandwidth of your transmission and reception. You press the middle button here, the square one, which takes you to the menu. And you go up to number 43. It says width narrow. That's wide and narrow. You press this button here and you can change narrow, wide. Please note that on the 28 MHz you cannot change the wide and narrow, and also on the right channel is always wide. You cannot change the microphone deviation on the right channel. Please make note of that. You also have the option for AM reception. Press the menu button, which is the middle again. Option number 45. Press the button on the top. Now you set it on, and now press again the menu, and you can go back and you can see actually it's AM. Please note this is only for reception. It's not for transmission. You cannot transmit AM on this model. Sorry about the blurred picture. It's only for reception. So if you try to transmit the system will automatically change it to FM mode. You can hear AM mode, but you can only send and transmit on FM mode. Okay, that's the basic functions. I hope you took a very basic idea of what's happening. So if you don't have this model and you need to decide about it, I hope this video actually gave you some good insight into how you can do the basic stuff with FT8900 Yaesu quad band FM transceiver. Okay, thanks for watching and enjoy.